Welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going deep into the world of bash scripting. From reusable functions to logging, debugging, automation, and even regex validation. This is your go-to toolkit for real-world scripting. Let's jump in. In here we are learning about some functions used in bash. So I have made a bash library file, which is the name after bash lib.sh. So in this file, I have used three simple functions: greet, usage, and farewell. The first function, greet, in here is the function which takes one argument, a name, and prints a greeting. $1 is used for referring the first argument passed to the function. Next is the function usage, in which it shows the correct way to run the script, a help message called no name is provided. Here, if we provide a name, it will appear as a name in the output, but if you do not write a name, then this message will be printed. Next is the farewell function, which just prints a goodbye message. Now, in the main script file, let me show you that file. It's name after main.sh. The first line is always the same, and source, I have taken source as library.sh, which loads all the functions from library file into this script. And it also allows you to reuse the code written in another file. So for example, if I have not given any name, it will use the usage function we have made in the library file. And if like $1 is the argument 1, so if we do not use that, it will use the usage function. Next, I have used the greet function, which says the greeting like hi and the name, and farewell is a goodbye message. So let us try running the main file. First made it executable and then /main.sh. So here I haven't provided any name, so it used the usage function and it does not appear with any name. Let me run it with name, for example, Michigan. So here you can see that the first argument, it has taken mystery as an input and the usage function is not used. So this is how we use functions in bash. Now I will explain you arrays in bash. So for that I have made a check file. Let me show you. So the first line is always the same. The second line, the files equals file 1, file 2, and file 3. This creates a bash array names files containing 3 file names, and you can add more file name if you want to. The second line is echo file sizes. This is just a header to make the output readable. The for loop is for looping over each files in the files array. The second line in the for loop, this one, minus $f and du minus $h is used for checking if the file exists and is a regular file and prints the disk usage of the file in human readable format, which is KB or ME. The AND symbol is used to ensure the du runs only if the file exists. Then we are printing it in the reverse order, which is again a simple label to separate sections. So let me try running the file. So here you can see that I have 3 files and this is the reverse order of the file according to the sizes. Because my file 3 is the biggest file, it is in the first order. So this is how we use arrays in bash. Now Now, in here, we will learn to do some parsing in Bash. For that, I have made a file named analyze. So let me explain each and every part one after the other. So the first line emails until the echo and the for loop is the first line email, which creates an array of email addresses. The for e in $sign emails at the rate looks through each emails. The domain uses parameter explanation to strip everything up to and including the at symbol, leaving just the domain. So for example, if the user is giving the email address as user1@gmail.com, so it will convert that after the at symbol, which is just the gmail.com. So again, in the part 2, where the word frequency count is done, in that the declare -a word count declares an associative array like a dictionary in Python. The sentence line bash is fast and bash is powerful is just a string of words. For W in sentences, this for loop loops through each word and splits on spaces. So every word will be splitted in the spaces. The plus plus increments the count of the word in the array. So how does this loop work? Bash1, bash will count as one word each second, fast as 1 and 1. Bash1 is for bash2 incremented because bash is again the second time here. So 1 plus 1, 2. Again is here already. So this count will be 2 and the powerful 1. The second loop prints each word with its count. So the output for the part 2 will be like bash 2 times, is 2 times, fast ones and ones and powerful ones. So let us now make this file executable and try running the file. So for executing is chmod plus x analyze .sh and /analyze .sh. So here you can see that after every iterate, we can only get the domains of the email we have used, and here is the word count. So you can see is has appeared 2 times and bash has appeared 2 times. So this is how parsing works in bash. Now we are going to learn about logging, debugging, and trap in bash. For that, I have made a file named log.sh. So in this file, you can see the first function log. What it does, it adds a timestamp to the log message. So it adds a date, it adds time, and it takes first and second argument. So the first is the log level, which is the information or error message. Second is the message content. Then comes the trap, which catches the control plus C, which is the interrupt signal from the user. Logs the error message with the line number using the $line number function and gracefully exits the file. The set -x and set plus x is for set -x enables debugging mode, shows each command as it executes like doing something, and set plus x turns off the debugging mode. So now let us run the file and check what it does. Before that, let us make the file executable. Now let us run the file. For the first time, I am not interrupting the file, so let it end the entire script. So here you can see that the information is done. First was the information that starting the script was doing something. It slept for 1 second and it stopped the debugging mode. Now let me interrupt the file. Right there. I'll just press Ctrl C while the file was running. I mistaken the spelling. Oopsie. A dot. That's that. Let me interrupt the file. So here you can see it started the script, was debugging, but I interrupted after the script was completed. Let me just do it one more time. Oh, so now here you can see that scriptsman error message. Yet the script was interrupted at line number 1, and the error message says script interrupted at line 1. Again, script interrupted at line 1. So we were exited from the script because it was an interruption. So this is how logging, debugging, and trap works in Bash. Now, we will do some organization in files by using a code, or organizing the files using Bash scripting. For that, I have made a file name organize. So in this file, the first part is for loop, which loops over all the text files in the current directory, and for each file it renames it by adding the current date to the front. So the date and the file name. For example, the file name is notes.txt. It will convert to like the date, then there will be a dash in between and the file name. The second part moves all the JPG and PNG images into a folder. So it creates a directory called JPG slash and PNG slash if they don't already exist. So let us try running this program. For that, I'll change the mode to executable and run it. You cannot see any changes until you list all the file names. So it's done. So let us just list all the files in here. For that, let me clear it. ls. So now you can see here that these are my all files. So sed.txt file will be converted to the date. So today's date, because I'm running the program again now, it is printed 2 times a day. So this is all my text files, and all my JPG file is named under image2.jpg. So this is how we can organize files using Bash programming. So for making a cleanup file and scheduling it with cron to run it hourly, I have made a cleanup file in my Bash. Let me show you that file. So in here, I am finding every temporary file and .pak file and removing those files using this script. But to do it every hour, I am using cron. So for that, let me open the cron tab editor, which is cron tab, which is opening the editor. And in this file, I am giving the path to my cleanup.sh file. So for making, so no modifications made is what it says, that I haven't edited anything in my cron tab. So now for running it every hour and checking if your cron job is set or not, I can just write cron tab -l, which says edit this file to introduce task to be run by cron. So I need to edit this file for running this. This is what it says. But ensure that your script has correct permissions and absolute paths. Now, let us make a script for giving alert messages for the CPU and RAM usage in our system. For that, I have made a file named monitor.sh. So in this file, the first line, the CPU, which has the top dash bn1, which runs the top in the bash mode one iteration. The grep CPU s finds the CPU line, and awk subprint 100 minus $8 subtracts the ideal CPU percentage from 100 to give active usage. Then comes the memory usage, which uses the free command to get total and used memory, and awk calculates the used by total multiplied by 100, which gives us the percentage of the memory used. The trigger function, which is the dollar variable percentage sign dot and asterisk, strips decimal to get integer part. If either exceeds 70%, it prints a warning. So let us run the script and see what we get. Control S. For that, change the mode. Monitor.sh and running the file. We have in the same directory. Yes, so let us run that again. Try doing saving the file again, whether it saved or not. So for text wizards in Bash, I have made a text.sh file. In this file, you can see the awk command which calculates the average of column 2, that is score. So in that, the -f sets the field separator to comma, nr greater than 1 skips the header row, $2 accesses the second field. Sum plus $2 adds up scores, and end block prints the average. So let us try running the file. Executing and running. So here you can see that we are calculating average, clean logs, everything is printed fine, and these are the SSN. And that wraps up our bash scripting toolkit. I hope you found these techniques helpful in your own scripting journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your bash projects or questions in the comment section. Thank you for watching me.